Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. Last time when we left off we had just finished out the Asari Consort missions, and now I'm ready to continue exploring the Citadel, picking up and completing assignments as we go. Next on my list is the Emporium, so let's head out there. That'll be over here on our left, if memory serves. In the Emporium itself, I think the only thing we haven't done that's currently open to us is to actually speak to the shopkeeper, so let's do that.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Personal question.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Investigate. Goods.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Your speech.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture.
I earned the trophy Archivist.
Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
So Archivist, it said that was for getting all the codex entries for council races and non-council races. So I guess I've gotten codex entries for all the aliens now. That's neat. Personal question.
Who are you?
Please take time to examine the
I'd like to
fine
buy
goods it has
something.
for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
View non-human armors, view upgrades, view standard items. Okay, let's look at standard items first. Some good stuff here. The only one I'm going to buy is the Certa Foundation license for the Normandy Quartermaster. I think everything else, yep, we're still set. I have to talk to him every time I want to look at something? That's annoying. But I happen to know that's the only thing I'm going to buy. Anyway, let's get the codex entry for the Hanar.
In the early 20s, the Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Alright, excellent. Onward. That's it for the Emporium. We've already been to the bank. I don't think Barlavan has anything interesting to say at this point. So we're going to head to the Ward's Access now. And we're going to deal with the... we're finally going to actually deal with the bickering Hanar and CSEC officer that we've seen a million times. Your Paragon and Renegade options are identical. Who you side with determines whether you get Metagel or Omnigel. I would very much rather have Omnigel.
You're not allowed in here.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What are you doing?
Are you allowed to preach here in the Presidium?
The words this unworthy one speaks are merely observations of the truth. The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Investigate. Purchase a permit.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
Legality of preaching.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Enkindlers.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me see what I can do.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
Alright, so that's a new assignment. Citadel Presidium Prophet. A Turian CSEC officer and a religious Hanar are arguing about whether the Hanar has the right to preach in the Presidium. Evidently, the Hanar is supposed to buy an evangelical permit, but has refused to do so. Speak with the CSEC officer. Speak with the CSEC officer in the Presidium. Find out why he is harassing the Hanar.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Let's see. It's not smart enough. What's the problem? Be more open-minded. Let's go with what's the problem.
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Investigate. Rules of permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
Arrest it.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
Reason for permit.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
You're pathetic.
If you can't solve this problem, you don't even deserve to be in CSEC.
I didn't ask for your help, human. I can deal with this myself. How can I convince my superior that I deserve a promotion if I cannot convince this annoying jelly to leave? I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Leave the Hanar alone. So, the only difference, you can get 8 Paragon or 9 Renegade. I'm gonna go for Renegade. Like I said, the difference, if you make the Hanar leave, you get Metagel. If you get the CSEC officer to leave it alone, you get Omnigel. I'm full on Metagel, so Omnigel is the obvious choice. Leave the Hanar alone.
You're suppressing that Hanar's religious freedom. I want you to stop.
I should have known that a human wouldn't respect the laws of the Citadel. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
This is dangerous.
If we harass this Hanar, we're going to have a diplomatic incident.
I'm not concerned with diplomatic incidents. I'm concerned with the law being broken.
Drop it.
If you want to get promoted, learn to pick your battles. Let it go.
I suppose I can tell my superior that I attempted a diplomatic solution. Some other CSEC officer can arrest the Hanar. It's no longer my problem. Thank you for your assistance.
Renegade plus 9. New journal entry. You've convinced the CSEC officer to allow the Hanar to preach in the Presidium. Inform the Hanar preacher in the Presidium that the CSEC officer will no longer harass him. Oh yes, and resolve the dispute. You've spoken with both the Hanar and the CSEC officer in the Presidium, but you still need to either get rid of the Hanar or convince the CSEC officer to back off. Alright.
The officer has left, and this one is free to share the glory of the Enkindlers. This one offers its appreciation.
Make the most of this.
This is your opportunity to show people that the Hanar aren't crazy xenophobes. Don't waste it.
This one observes the wisdom of your words. This one has little money, but it can offer this. Now finally, this one can continue sharing the truth unimpeded. Let all races herald
Level up.
the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment.
Excellent, so Presidium Prophet's done. And we leveled up. So these two talents I'm going to put into Charm. And I really want to get to Heavy Armor. But there's so many important things here. I think I'm going to do Spectre training. So we got sets Charm score at 6, opens up new dialogue options. And the first rank of Spectre training increases the damage and duration of all of your powers and attacks by 1%, increases health by 5%, increases maximum accuracy by 2%. Or I can go for advanced immunity. Which, once I have immunity, the difference between 75 and 85 just doesn't seem that awesome to me. I'm going to do Spectre training. For Caden, we're going to get the top rank of Decryption. And we're going to get a rank in Electronics. Master Overload. So, yeah, increases the tech explosion damage by 30%. Very good. And for Rex, I said, for Rex, we're going to get Master Warp. And we're going to move toward Assault Rifle Mastery as well. Very good. Alright, I like it.
Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence, the Enkindlers gave the gift of speech. This very station is the work of the Enkindlers, their gift to all their children.
Is that it? Alright. Alright. Took care of that assignment. And we can visit the last Avena terminal over here before we head up to the tower to check things out there. Can examine this keeper.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Uh-huh. What's up?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Investigate. Relay Monument.
Tell me about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Citadel Tower.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel Control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
Citadel Control.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
Council chambers.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
It's not open to the public.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I've seen it.
I've been inside the council chambers.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
Huh. Keepers.
I'd like to know more about the keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Why here?
Any particular reason there are so many keepers in this area?
The keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The keepers also make frequent appearances in the council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Log off.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
I got one new codex entry. It is technology. Because I already have keepers.
2160.
So technology.
Biotics is
Mass
the ability
relays.
wherein- Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Awesome. Alright, let's go to the tower. Would be an acceptable episode length, but I would like to play a little longer.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with L-Corps cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the L-Corps with a Hamlet who uses L-Corps body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
Alright. So, I need to do, like, generic exploration here, of course. Haven't done it yet. And we've got 2 new assignments to pick up here. as well as, I think, 2 renegade points.
I hope he's okay.
So Garroth is the first one. I'm saving. We need to decline his assignment the first time. That gets us our 2 renegade points. And after we do that, we can just come back into dialogue and accept it with no further consequence.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
What's wrong?
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
I'm Commander Shepard.
I'm not just some soldier. I'm a Spectre.
A Spectre? I heard they were thinking about letting humans into the ranks. About time. Well, that means you can go anywhere you want, right? Even out into the Traverse? My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of 2 things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Attacked?
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
Investigate. Brother's ship.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
Reward.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Authorities.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Forget it.
If my mission fails, trillions of people die. I don't have time to go looking for missing traders.
Then why the hell are you bothering me? Go take care of your mission if it's so important. Just leave me alone.
Goodbye.
Fair enough.
2 renegade.
Go take care of your mission if it's so important. Just leave me alone.
I want to help you now.
You've got those coordinates for your brother's ship?
Really? You're serious? I'll upload them to your ship right away.
Journal. UNC. Privateers. A man named Garroth asked you to look for his missing brother. Garroth fears his brother's ship may have fallen victim to privateers while traveling through the Strenuous system. Go to the Strenuous system. Go to the Strenuous system in the Horsehead Nebula cluster and search for signs of Garroth's brother and his ship. Alright. I don't think there's much else to do except pick up another assignment from Rear Admiral Kahoku. I'll do that on my way out, just making sure there's no one else to speak to and nothing else to look at. Then it'll be time to head down to the wards. That'll make a pretty reasonable episode, I think. Anything at all up here? Yes, Caden.
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance? I like that fountain. It's very soothing. You sure have to
He said that already.
To reach the council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
Not a lot of security here. Not that you can see anyway. 10 to 1, there's a sniper tracking our every step. Not a lot of security here. Not that you can see anyway. 10 to 1, there's a sniper tracking our every step.
Doesn't really seem to be anything up top. When we're not in the middle of an actual council meeting anyway.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the councilor's assistants.
Anyone over here? Alright. Let's talk to Kahoku.
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
How do you know about that?
Who told you I was a Spectre?
I'm a senior officer with the Alliance. I knew about your candidacy before the Normandy was sent to Eden Prime. My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
We'll see.
I'll look for them if I have time.
Well, that's more than most will commit to. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
Journal. UNC. Missing Marines. Admiral Kahoku has asked you to find a missing recon team in the Sparta system. All contact with the team was lost shortly after they were sent to investigate suspicious activity in the area. Find recon team. Go to the Sparta system in the Artemis Tau cluster and look for the recon team. Alright.
I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
Ooh, so many things to do. I like it. What all these assignments out in the galaxy scream to me is, once we're done with the Citadel, sweet, sweet experience and credits and loot. All before we commit to doing any more story missions. So I'm going to head to the wards, and I think we'll call it an episode. We've been going about 30 minutes. To Presidium. This elevator leads down to the Presidium. There you will find the embassies, the Citadel Tower, the Emporium, the bank, and the consort chambers. Behind you is the Citadel Tower. The council convenes at the far end.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave...
Alright, we will cut through here.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Alright.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future
Gotta love
projects.
lag.
Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Alright, here we are. This is where I'm going to end this episode. So, thank you so much for watching Let's Play Mass Effect. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you will like it and consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to discuss this or any of my other content, the best way to do so is to join my Discord. That link is in the video description. And this is the second Patreon-chosen game in the channel's history. If you care to support the channel, please consider supporting it on Patreon. The link to do that is also in the video description. Patreon supporters get to nominate and vote for the games they would like to see played on the channel. Regardless of whether you do any or all of those things, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. More Demon Souls. Bye-bye.